द्रौपदी की
Evolutionary Outlook on Life by Swami Ramanand. Chapter 9. Liberation. We are immortal. The bodies are renewed periodically, not the light which shines through them. They wear out and are cast off one by one. Then we have a new set, that we call reincarnation. Freedom from the necessity of having reincarnation is called liberation. Why do we reincarnate? Because our evolution demands it. We have yet to learn lessons in the physical sphere. That is why we are born here again and again. Why does the child go to the same class day after day? Because he has not completed the course of that class. He outgrows the utility of that class when he has qualified. Exactly parallel is our case. We shall no longer be under the necessity of reincarnation when we have qualified. We have to transcend mental consciousness in this school of the earth, to learn to remain balanced in pleasure and pain, to overcome the attractions of the senses, and to outgrow attachment, desire, and ego. These are the great lessons we must learn to pass beyond the mental. These can possibly be learned here on this earth, not in the subtle spheres. Balance can be learnt where there are hard knocks. Where there are no shake-ups, the sense of balance cannot develop. The earth, being the most solid of the planes of existence, can provide the hardest possible knocks. Here do we receive the strongest physical and mental stimuli. Our consciousness is so pitched down that we can feel them the most. Cold and heat have meaning only in the physical. Separation is meaningless in the subtle. There we can at once unite with those whom we want. Distance does not count there. Frustration and failure are almost absent in the subtle worlds. The fulfillment in the subtle comes without much effort. It's only down below in the physical that the mill of experience grinds hard and grinds so finely. It is here, therefore, that great strides in evolution are possible. The other worlds are merely its necessary counterparts. It is a privilege to be born on this earth. Birth entails great suffering, no doubt. But why fear that? That is the necessary price for the rapid evolution that is possible here on earth. Looking at the suffering, human existence is regarded as a curse. Physical birth is considered as bondage. Liberation from this is looked upon as the highest goal of human existence. But it is a negative and a very narrow ideal. In fact, it is not worthy of being an ideal for man. It is like looking upon one's school as a goal and making freedom from it the goal of one's activities. We are not in a jail here. The master of evolution is not a jailer keeping guard over us. We are here for evolution. He has given us the privileged admission in this highest institution because he wants us to evolve rapidly. Life here has not come as a punishment. It is wrong to look upon it like that. Such a negative outlook has serious repercussions. We cannot accept life as a punishment as the Master ordains it for us. We have a complex that everything comes as a punishment and must be painful. life becomes to us an unending chain of suffering. Instead of learning the necessary lessons, we are wailing and weeping over our lot like a foolish prisoner or like a silly child who fights shy of his lessons and would quit the school. The best way to be free from the school discipline is to do your lessons well. From class to class, you will be promoted, till one day you would have qualified for the school leaving certificate. You will pass out without any necessity of returning to the school anymore. Similarly, why not put our whole being into the lessons which we are to learn here? That will make us qualify sooner, and we shall pass beyond the necessity of coming to this earth again and again. The Master of Evolution will not allow us to leave the lessons till we have learnt our lessons. He knows no such leniency. To make much of liberation from bondage of the physical is due to wrong outlook on life. Talk of accelerating the pace of your evolution. Talk of outgrowing the mental consciousness, or talk of the awakening and establishment of the wisdom consciousness. That will make you look ahead. It will encourage you to take the next step. But talk of liberation seriously, and life will become a burden. Then you can only think of running away from it. We are immortals. We are parts of the Supreme. We share the life of the Divine Master of Evolution. We are not bound down to the physical for its sake. We have to evolve the perfection hidden in us, and that necessitates experience. For that we put on our physical bodies and live in them on this earth, gaining experience, and thus unfold ourselves gradually. Out of necessity, we change our personality from time to time. The necessity is of our own growth. It is not forced on us from without. Why should we not cheerfully live it out? We have not to seek liberation. It is something inevitable. A schoolboy who has qualified is no longer admitted in the school. So are we not admitted on the earth when we have qualified? We can come here then only as teachers or the like, not as pupils. So why worry about it? But we can look higher still. The goal of human evolution is love. It is the attainment of a full and total union with the divine. It is to be His forever and ever. It is to lay down one's entire being at His feet in the fullness of love divine. That is the way to be ever one with Him. Then why talk of liberation? If He sends us down on this earth, we shall accept that lot cheerfully 1,000,000 times. Life is bliss even in the physical when His consciousness possesses us. In Him, it is always a perpetual liberation, nay, an unutterable bliss. Why seek a departure from this earth at all? Because it is painful? It no longer remains so when one is at one with Him. Liberation as an ideal is meaningless. Man of divine love knows only to bow down. Let thy will be done. And in him is fulfilled the divine will. Liberation remains far below the ken of his vision. Jai Shri Ram.